Lamborghini is arguably the best known supercar brand in the world. They made a name for themselves by creating insanely styled vehicles that actively tried to kill you. Now this was because they put massive engines in them that put out way too much power for the rest of the car to handle. Now since the Aventador showed up, people think that Lamborghini have done a 180. Their cars have become more boring because they actually worked. The issue is that they weren't as exciting to drive because they weren't actually trying to put you up the nearest tree. Lamborghini has finally reached a stage where the power output from these tenacious engines are finally matched by the technology to keep them on the road. Now, all of that has been neatly wrapped up in the Huracan Peformante. Lamborghini's first ever active aerodynamic system was developed with this car. Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva, or ALA for short, is a series of carbon forged trim that have gates that open and close that allow air to flow through it or to create more drag for more downforce for the car. In the front, there are grille flaps that when open they allow air to pass through and reduce drag. In the rear, the wing and the struts supporting it are hollow. At the base of the struts, there are more gates. Now, when the gates are closed, air travels over the vehicle and over the wing, using it as a conventional wing, creating more drag and pushing the rear of the vehicle into the ground. Now, when they're open, air travels through these vents, up the struts and out of the cavity of the wing, creating way less drag, allowing the vehicle to slip through the air a lot easier. The wing is actually split into two cavities, so when you're going around a corner, the computer will tell the flaps which one to close, making it incredibly intuitive and giving either side of the vehicle downforce. Now, all in all, this system allowed this vehicle to go around the Nürburgring in a record-breaking 6 minutes and 52 seconds. That is a full 5 seconds faster than the 918 Porsche. The Huracan is powered by a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 engine. This thing is good for 631 horsepower and 443 foot-pounds of torque. Now, there's not a whole lot of cars on the market that can do a sub 3 0 to 60 run. However, this is one of them. This thing, from a standstill, will propel you to 100 kilometers an hour in 2.9 seconds. 2.9 seconds, that is stupid. 2.9 seconds, stupid. Lamborghini has gone all out with its carbon. They developed a process with Boeing where offcuts of carbon fiber are heated, pressurized, and forged into very light but very strong bodywork. In the process, the carbon takes on this beautiful marble effect that they've used all over the car. The interior is mad as usual. Lamborghini has become very well known for this bomber-style switch that covers the start-stop button. I think it's an awesome addition to the car. Everything in the vehicle is also bathed in this forged composite material that I was talking about earlier. The center stack, the paddles, the vent trims, it adds for an absolutely beautiful finish for the interior. Using the Huracan's Anima, or mode selector, you have three options. Strada, for going to the shops, Sport, for going to the shops a little faster, and Corsa, the Performante's track mode. By switching between modes, you can dynamically change certain aspects of the vehicle. From the stiffness of the suspension to the exhaust note, everything is under your control. This thing is so hardcore that in Corsa mode, you're even able to change the steering ratio. Being Lamborghini's main competitor, Ferrari is a fantastic company, don't get me wrong. However, their culture has a bit of, you can't sit with us about it. Lamborghini, on the other hand, is more, we're here for a good time, not a long time. In the end, I know what I would rather go with.
Okay, so Apex cup holder report. Lamborghini, 1 out of 2 cup holders. Now, we technically give it 1, but 1.5 if you're gonna put something back here. 1 Americano.
I'm sorry.